Can I breastfeed my baby even though I have inverted flat nipples? That is one of the most common questions that I see moms ask every day. And I'm here to tell you that yes, you can successfully breastfeed your baby even if you have inverted or flat nipples. And I'm here to tell you how. Stay tuned. Mommy Shark here. Guys, you have to get on my Instagram because I'm giving away amazing things all through December 2020, with December 2020 being the biggest and greatest Christmas gift ever for any new mom. LV pump accessory kit, and reusable Genobi bags. So you don't want to miss it. Every month I post the rules on my Instagram and on the community page here on YouTube. So make sure to stay tuned and follow the rules and you might win. The first thing you want to try is a cold compress. So as you guys know, when we get cold, we tend to have goosebumps come up. It's the same scenarios with the nipples. Sometimes you just need a cold compress, and I actually use the same compress that I used for my unclogging the milk ducts, because these awesome things can be heated in the microwave or put in the freezer to make cold, and they actually look like little beads. So you actually freeze or heat this thing and then you put it in here. And what you need to do to get your nipples to come out to play is just basically freeze it and then just rub on the nipple a little bit, and you might have success there. If that doesn't work for you guys, what you can do is breast pump for a few minutes just to get the nipple to come out immediately before you have to breastfeed. And that is usually very effective in having the nipple out and ready for the baby to latch. Number 3, you want to make sure that you're shaping the nipple appropriately for the baby to latch. So I'm going to use my handy squish ball right here. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're holding your breast in a C shape, just like this. So basically, you're going to take your hand, just like you're holding a cup, and cup your nipples. Do not use the V technique. A lot of people do that and that's not as effective. You want to hold it in a C shape. You're going to take the upper part of your breast and pull it back with your thumb to where your nipple and a portion of your breast is facing upwards. Here is the baby's mouth. What you're going to do is you're going to take your nipple and touch the upper lip of your baby and move it downwards. We're hoping here to create the rooting effect. Make sure to completely detach and move away and give your baby a chance to actually root and open their mouth wide open. Once they have done that, you're going to move your nipple and you're going to push it in just like this. And your baby is going to latch just like that. So basically, at that point, we don't really care that we have a protruding nipple just like that. All we care about is putting a good amount of the nipple itself and a portion of the areola in the baby's mouth, because that's how you're going to get a deep, good latch. That's not going to create any complications in the future. And guys, just remember, our nipples in the baby's mouth, even if you have a protruding nipple, it's not going to look like this. When your baby is sucking, the nipple is in a more flattened state. So just remember that, and that should help you as well. A lot of people also will tell you to train your nipples to come outwards. I was actually given this Medela SoftShell at the hospital, and I was told to put it on and train my nipple to come out. Well, here's the problem with this. This will work, but it will only work if you take it off and immediately breastfeed, because within 1 minute, your nipple is going to be back to its original shape. So actually training your nipples has not worked for me. And these little gadgets to help your nipples come out do not work unless you're using them immediately before a breastfeeding session. I will put the links links to these in the description box below, just in case you wanted to try them. They were great for me when it came to my wounded nipples. If you guys are interested in learning more, check out my thrush video. They're really good for protecting the sore nipples, just in case you have sore nipples from the abrasiveness of the bra and putting it on and off. So definitely a good tool to have. So assuming you've tried everything in the video, there is one last thing you can do, which is use a nipple shield. This thing is a lifesaver. So what it will do is you basically put it on top of your nipple, and it will help give shape to your nipple and help the baby know where he needs to suck and place his mouth. And your nipple obviously needs to be centered. That way you get really good result with this nipple shield. It can be used in transition. So basically you use it to help train you and your baby on how to have a great breastfeeding relationship. And sometimes, you know, some moms need to use it longer. I used it. I loved it. There is one small disadvantage of this. If you're using too big of a size, and you want to make sure you're not using too big of a size. But if you're using too big of a size, it can be too much work for your baby, because not only are they having to suck on this nipple and shape this nipple, but they're having to put in more energy because they have to suck your nipple into the plastic and then actually get milk. So it's a little bit more work for them. I had to stop using it because it was too much work for my baby. He wasn't gaining weight in the first few weeks of me having to use this because I injured my nipples. So definitely make sure that your baby is gaining weight if you're going to be using these in transition, hopefully not permanently, but this is definitely an option for you. There are a few other tips that I want to include in this video, but if you are having latching problems, definitely check out my baby latching problems video, where I explain the mistakes that I made in getting both my babies to latch and what I would have done differently. A few good tips for you to get a good latch with any type of nipple is you want to make sure your baby is not wrapped up and all cozy when they're trying to feed, especially in the newborn age, because all they want to do is sleep, and you want to make sure they're awake. I even had to strip my babies sometimes just to wake them up and tell them it is eating time, not sleeping time. The other mistake that a lot of moms make is they try to feed their babies with their head sideways. So they're trying to get their babies to sit on the nipple while their body and their stomach is sitting upwards. So what that does is it becomes uncomfortable. Imagine eating with your head this way and your body forward. It is not very comfortable. So you want to make sure that your baby's belly button is actually facing you. So imagine maximum skin on skin, and that's where your baby needs fully aligned in your arms and fully facing the nipple. And then the last thing that is a really big pain point for me, because that's something that I had to go through with my second born, and obviously led to the lacerations and to the thrush and to the vicious cycle of trying to get rid of the thrush, is making sure that your baby does not have a lip or tongue tie from the very get-go. So make sure that you're checking for those, and if you want more details on that, make sure to stick around, but just make sure you have your doctor, your lactation consultant, check for any lip or tongue ties. I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or concerns, or if you want to know more about any specific subject. I look forward to seeing you guys at my next video. Thank you for watching.